It's the big one for the Cavs we're talking about this morning.
And people have no idea who Collin Sexton is. He played basketball at Alabama. And I watched a game of his in college where he played against Minnesota. And literally everybody on their team fouled out of the game. They were down to 3 players. It was 3 against 5. Now, they eventually lost the game, barely, but Collin Sexton went off for 40 in that game. So he has that ability to score at such a high clip. And I think, look, it wasn't the right draft move to keep LeBron James in Cleveland. I didn't think LeBron was going to stay in Cleveland regardless after he won that championship. But he sets a really great foundation. But moving forward to the Nets, Zubin, I'll say this. It doesn't bother me that the Nets lost that game last night. It doesn't. I mean, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, they lost their debut. LeBron James, Chris Bosh, D. Wade, they lost their debut. I think what you saw was just the fluidity of their offense. It looked like it worked, and it felt comfortable for all 3 of these guys. Now, look, they're going to be averaging 65, 70 shot attempts between the 3 of them every single game. Ultimately, them giving up 147 points is what kind of concerns you. Do they miss Jared Allen enough blocking shots and things of that sort, holding down the paint, really being an enforcer? I think they do to a degree, but they're going to have to find a way to remedy that in order for this team to win a championship.
It's good basketball to watch. It's fun to see, but when you look at these systems that are Mike D'Antoni-ish, kind of in the mix, kind of Steve Nash, D'Antoni, a combination, they're going to high volume. They're going to shoot a lot. They're going to score a lot of points, but it's the defense that always concerns you. And I know everybody always says this system can work, it can work, it'll work. They ain't never won no championship with it, man. Everybody's scoring champions, MVPs, putting up a lot of points. It's the defense that concerns me with this team. It's not the fact that they could score. We all know they could score even if they wasn't together. You got guys like Kevin Durant, he's going to fill it up. Harden's going to fill it up. Kyrie Irving, he showed you last night coming back after a 2-week hiatus that he can drop buckets on you and give you 37 points. So the defense is the problem, because when you go and run up against some of these other teams, the Philadelphias of the world, the Milwaukee Bucks of the world, you play some of the teams out west, you got to be able to defend. And that's the key. Where are you going to get the defense from? Are you getting it from Harden? I mean, he defended a little bit last year toward the end of the season and into the playoffs. He did okay, but not at the level that you think. KD could play it, but that's not his strength. Kyrie, that's not his strength. Where does it come from?
Key, are you taking the Lakers to win the championship?
I almost said, do a bear do something in the woods? Yes, I am taking the Lakers.
Okay, I am taking the Nets. Zubin, mark this down. If the Nets beat the Lakers in the championship, Key has to dress the way I tell him to dress for an entire week in the studio.
And what do you do?
I'll do the same.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
That's fine.
Is that a bet?
It's fine by me.
We're gonna I need insight from people on social media. Please tell me what you want to see Keyshawn dress up as for the entire week. They're gonna have to put one of those.
By the time I dress you up, they're going to put one of those silhouette things over him to cover him up. Because I'm going to put you in something that ain't going to be revealing on TV.
Yeah, I'm going to get you some red bottoms. That's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get you some nice stuff so you can wear it so you can be extra tall. I'm going to have you walking around like you 6'7".
Jay, I want to dig into the Nets schedule here a little bit more, because every game is going to be extra scrutinized, probably more than any other team in the NBA, maybe save the Lakers. We're still waiting for the NBA second half schedule to be released. They're still working through some things. I'm just going to reel off the games just for the rest of the month. Now that, let's say, everybody is back together, Kyrie back playing his first game since January 5th. He only practiced for the first time on Tuesday. Again, 37 points, 48 minutes, 22 seconds. As Key said, game shape, ready to go. Their next game is going to be at Cleveland again on Friday, then a couple against the Heat, the Hawks, at the Thunder, at the Wizards. Not exactly a murderer's row there. That's just till the end of the month. What do you expect to see? How much progress by the time the month ends as we wait to see how the rest of the schedule will shake out?
I mean, I think they're going to come out on Friday and make a statement with the Cavs. I think they're going to handle the next couple of games of this month. I look forward to games, Zubin, where they go back and they visit Houston for James Harden. I look forward to the game where they play against the Lakers. I think their first matchup is at the Staples Center, because I know how when people talk about LeBron James being the greatest of all time, I know Kevin Durant sees himself as the greatest of all time. So those are matchups that I look forward to, like those individual matchups, not so much the team matchups. It's those matchups where I know there's underlying things that irk one player about the other to a degree or about a franchise, seeing how they step up to that challenge.
Those two guys going up against each other is going to be a wash anyway, right? I mean, it's you going to score 30 and I'm going to score 28. That's what happens with great players. It's not like all of a sudden they getting ready to shut each other down, because you cannot shut them down. No matter who you are, they're going to get theirs in the end.
But you know what, Key? I don't want to see what I saw in that Milwaukee Nets game. I want to see Giannis guard Kevin Durant. And I want to see Kevin Durant guard LeBron James. And LeBron James guard Kevin Durant. Like, I want to see those matchups happen.
But go ahead, Jay, finish. Go ahead.
No, you're right. No, go ahead.
But can Kevin Durant guard LeBron? Which I think LeBron, to a degree, could guard Kevin Durant. And the reason I say that is because of the size difference on the muscle mass, not the length. We all know KD is a little taller, a little lengthier than LeBron, but when we're talking about that power, that freight train ability that LeBron has when he puts that head down and goes to the cup, what Kevin Durant got to move out the way.
But Keyshawn, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going into any damn game thinking I can't guard somebody. I'm going to guard him.
I understand the thought process. I get it. And Kevin Durant is not going to go into a game feeling that way. I'm just talking about from me to you. Size-wise, thickness-wise,
yes.
It seems like that advantage goes to LeBron.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.